if you want to lose weight without dieting, then one of the best strategies that you can introduce to your life is portion control. That means that you can continue eating foods that you enjoy, but you can actually find ways of tricking your brain into making you actually eat less of them. So in that way, you're still eating foods that you enjoy, but you're actually going to be taking in fewer calories, which will allow you to lose weight indirectly. It's a great strategy to use, and there are all sorts of ways that scientists have found to help control our appetites and to help encourage us to eat less, often without even realising that we're doing it. So let's look at some of these strategies now. First of these is, of course, to consciously go out and buy or prepare smaller portions. That is to say, take an average sized meal that you would produce and then downsize it by a percentage, typically 10 to 20%. Because what we find is that over time, when we're eating large meals, our stomachs actually stretch, so it takes more and more and more to give us that comfortable full feeling. If you then consciously reduce the size of each meal that you're eating by 10 or 20%, you'll find that over a week or two your stomach will actually begin to contract back to its normal size, and it will actually take less food for you to feel just as full, and you can progressively tick that back 10%, 20%. As soon as you start feeling comfortable there, tick it back again and again and again, and you'll find that you're progressively eating smaller and smaller portions while still feeling just as satisfied without feeling hungry, but you'll be losing weight along the way because you're taking in fewer calories. Using smaller plates sounds odd, but again, it has been shown by scientists to actually work. Go out, buy yourself some plates that are that bit smaller. You'll fill it a similar degree to what you'd fill a large plate, but of course there'll be 10% or 20% less food on that plate. It will look as full, and psychologically you'll feel as full afterwards, but you won't have consumed as much food. Eat slowly. Typically we find it takes around about 20 minutes for your stomach to communicate with your brain, for your stomach to say, I'm full, stop eating. And of course 20 minutes is a long period of time. In that time you've consumed a lot more calories than you actually needed. So by eating very slowly and deliberately, chatting over dinner, chewing your food thoroughly and so on, you'll have consumed less food between your stomach actually being full and your brain saying to stop eating. Think about the psychology. Why do you eat more? Find those situations. Many of us, for example, when we're sitting down in front of the TV, will find that we eat without even thinking about it. We'll be going through popcorn or candy or whatever else. So consider those situations where you do eat more than you expect, and try and eliminate or reduce those situations for your own sake. Drink plenty of water, particularly with each meal. I try and drink 2 glasses of water minimum with each meal, because water, of course, fills up the stomach, makes you feel fuller, but of course there's no calories in it, so you end up eating less, and again, you end up losing more weight as a result of that. Eat high protein meals. Protein's been shown to control our appetite, to make us actually want to eat less. So by having meals that contain lots of eggs or meat and such like, you'll find that naturally you feel fuller after having consumed less food. We mentioned constantly downgrading the food that you eat by 10%. Learn the difference between feeling satisfied and feeling stuffed. You know that feeling when you finish Christmas dinner and you just want to lie on the sofa for an hour or two? You couldn't possibly imagine going out for a walk or a run or whatever. Feeling satisfied, i.e. not feeling hungry anymore, and feeling stuffed are 2 very different things, and many of us don't realise that. When you eat slowly, you'll find that you feel not hungry, you feel satisfied far earlier than you feel stuffed. So stop when you get to the satisfied point rather than when you get to the stuffed point. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it works really, really well when you get used to it. It's quite pleasant because when you've finished eating, when you've got to the satisfied rather than stuffed, you do actually feel able to actually go out and do things rather than sitting around on the sofa holding your stomach. So they're my tips for controlling your portion sizes. I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and all that remains for me to say is if you'd like to know how I lost 24.5 pounds of fat in just 76 days, if you'd like all my tips and strategies that I followed for that, then please click the link near this video and where you can download your own copy of my free ebook. Thanks for watching.